Alright, this is going to be about Sanji and Key's lore. First up, we have Key. This is her old reference, not up to date at all anymore. And so, Key is from the Vast Kingdom, and her parents couldn't afford to feed her and her siblings, so they planned to sell one of them off to the K9 fighting ranks. And Key decided she was going to be the one to do it because she felt her siblings could not survive there. Once she got to the fighting ranks, she excelled, and she spent a lot of her time when she wasn't fighting watching after all the kids there because they reminded her of her siblings. She did cause a lot of strife for her handlers, and that caused her to be restrained a lot of the time. She ended up getting sold a bunch and changed hands a ton, and she eventually ended up in Eric's. That is how she ended up meeting Sanji. Sanji is a two-tailed fox, and her brother is one of the number one owners of the fighting ranks in Eric's. He holds a monopoly on it. On one of Sanji's trips, she saw Key there in the fight rink and immediately decided she had to have her. She needed that little coyote. Sanji ended up spending a lot of money on Key because she was very sought after. And so once she got a hold of Key, Sanji believed she now belonged to her and she could not go anywhere. She was never allowed out of her sight. Sanji also believed that Key's life now belonged to her, and she's ended up softening her tactics on manipulating Key, and she never wanted to be separated from Key ever again and would never let Key out of her sight. And Key ended up just giving up on fighting her and just did whatever she wanted to and ended up falling for her and became super dependent on her because she had no idea how to navigate Eric's, especially being from a different kingdom and being contained for most of her life. So that's most of their lore. If you have any questions, feel free to comment them.